we will start with the Daily Guide. Right. And it says here on the front page of the Daily Guide, IGP leaked tape saga. MPs grill COP Mensa tomorrow. Okay. Man killed at Galamsey site. Unfortunate one there. We also have NDC fights EC over limited registration. We also have Kennedy Kojopoku storm MPP office. Okay, and 13 arrested over gunshots at Tamale Court. I hear the chief is asking for them to be released. I'm just wondering why on earth some leaders do this, you know. Somebody's broken.
I don't think he understands the implication of what they have done.
He understands. They are doing what they want to do. He understands, but he wouldn't be a chief if he didn't understand.
Right.
Anyway.
Okay, so on the Finder, on the front page of the Finder, we have Integrated Maritime Strategy launched to safeguard territorial waters from criminals. YEA begins disbursements of funds to 2,540 beneficiaries today. First Lady launches unifying campaign to promote gender equality. Train students to be creators, not just repairers of machines. Education Minister to Tibet Institution. All
right. The Chronicle has these headlines. Ghana's sea is safe. Akufo-Addo is telling business gurus. No piracy, armed robbery cases recorded since 2022. How police rescued Tamale judge from jaws of marauding crowd. See, this is the story that we're talking about there. And then the chief is saying you should release the people. World Bank helping NHIA to increase membership. And YEA starts disbursement of funds for garment and textiles module today. Now the scripture on the front page of the Chronicle says, Isaiah 31 verse 5, like flying birds, so the Lord of hosts will protect Jerusalem. He will protect and deliver it. He will pass over and rescue it.
Amen. Right. Amen to that for Ghana seas.
Amen.
So on the Republic Press, we have all you need is land. Brian Echampon sows seed of agriculture revitalization. Napo cleared as ministry debunks ASEP and Imani's claim on gas sales agreement. NPP's Justin Kudwa talks tough, vows to crack whip on erring members. UG students with special needs demand removal of scholarship secretariat registrar. Leaked tape. I was told Dampare is an NDC and will make NPP lose 2024 general elections, and that's by Bugri Nabu. Salif Keita, Golden Voice of Africa, supports Mali coup leaders.
Okay, right. Now the new publisher, we have these headlines here. It says, will Akufo-Addo's government jail journalists over LGBT reportage after he sweet-talked Kamala Harris? It's a question that's being asked by the new publisher. MPP elders call emergency meeting over Boachi Ejakon Adainimu 9-9 draw. Yeah, that's an interesting headline. Yeah. Boachi Ejakon Adainimu 9-9 draw. All right. Those are the headlines for the new publisher.
And on the front page of the Custodian, NHIS to receive $27.7 million from World Bank Group. PFJ2, government to provide ready market for farmers. Akufo-Addo opens Africa's biggest salt mine and processing plant today. YEA disburses funds to garment and textile companies. And those are the headlines we have on the Custodian paper.
All right. The ABC News has these headlines here. It says, Baumia's November 4th victory inevitable, predicts Brian Echampon as he urges others to pull out. Okay. First Lady launches unifying campaign to fight gender inequality. There's an editorial on the ABC News. It says, special delegates elections, MPP grassroots have spoken. Have they? I'm wondering, no, because the November 4th is the grassroots speaking.
Is the grassroots speaking, yeah.
Not the, anyway, I guess when they say grassroots, maybe the representatives of the grassroots have spoken, so it's therefore we assume the same, but you can't assume. Anyway, Nkwetia Presby SHS assistant headmaster relieved of post following assault on student. Yeah, and I hope that criminal proceedings will begin as well.
Yeah. On the Ghanaian publisher, allow a Dynamo Ejako to contest, and that's by Kwabena Ejepong. President commissions Electrochem salt mine today. Edutrum appeals to teachers to support reforms. NDC to sue EC over limited voter registration.
All right, the Herald newspaper. And it says here, Bugri Nabu plays double game over plots to remove IGP. YEA begins government and textiles fund disbursement today. We have land litigation deterring investors from Ghana, cries Chief Justice. Well, this has been the case for the last 40 years. You know, I mean, it's not as if it's a new thing that's coming up. I personally know people who came to Ghana and flew out of Ghana about 20 years ago and said they can't deal with the land challenges.
The land
yeah,
issues,
so they're going away. 1 million tons from Adan Songos, 41,000 acre salt fields soon. Ekufuado commissions processing plant today. And Kennedy Japan's campaign manager fires at Chairman Wuntumi, calls him Joker. Okay.
Right, so on the Inquisitor being my last paper here, GNPC Genzer deal. Energy Ministry shreds ASEP and Imani over lies against NAPO. Leaked IGP tape. Bugri Nabu's authentication, a positive judicial confession, says Atachia. And UG students with special needs goof in attempt to dirty scholarship secretariat. Silent killer at work. JFK moves to ensure sanity in NPP.
Okay. My final paper is the BNFT, and it says here, 2023 Ghana Business Standards Awards. 50 companies and 4 individuals have been honored. Digitization drive hinges on public policy and political will. Margins ID CEO. We have PFJ 2.0 to create 210,000 new farm-related jobs annually, coming from the president as input credits replaces input subsidy under PFJ 1. Okay, and then we also have smallholder farming, still no-go area for financial institutions. MasterCard advocates partnerships among fintechs and banks to expand financial services. And that's what we have for the BNFT.
All right, so when you head to citynewsroom.com, we have some headlines here. 2 dead, 2 others injured in Nsawam Adwajiri shooting incident. And on top trending stories, financial influence played major role in special delegates conference, says Adainimo. Gabon, army officers say they are taking power. And that's another coup coming up. JUSAG to petition IGP to increase security at courts. NPP Salam Mustafa accuses Mahama of hypocrisy over violent party tag.
Yeah. Now, I often wonder about these things that happen, you know, when we do elections, and then this one in Gabon that's happening. The election has just happened, though.
Yes.
And the incumbent has just won a 3rd term.
Yeah.
You know, and then as the announcement of his 3rd term was happening, the soldiers also come and say, you know what, we're not agreeing.
It's okay.
We're taking over
It's
the
okay.
country.
Yeah.
You know, but I often wonder about what that means in terms of the maturity of the economies or of the democracies. You know, because think about it. Have you seen any European country soldiers taking over at any point in time?
No.
Look at a place like Switzerland.
No.
Presidents, the president, right, the head of state, has 1 year tenure. 1 year.
Yeah, yeah.
And they cycle it.
Yeah, yeah.
And they'll go back and do elections and cycle it. It's
Yeah,
very simple.
yeah.
There's
True.
you see, I think that we need to encourage our people to grow up.
I I don't understand the
We
greed,
really should grow up.
the greed for power. That's my problem because this.
But that's what it is.
Yeah,
It's greed for power.
This,
but it's like a childish greed for power.
This family has been in power for 53 years. So basically,
So it was father and then
they've been
father
in
to
power
son.
before I was born. You know, and
Yeah.
it's just sad. And anytime, you know, the election comes up,
Yeah.
you know, they always try to change things. And it's so weird because we're having an election
Yeah.
and the person they're voting for is not
Yeah.
even in the country.
It's ridiculous.
He's in France and they're voting for him in
yeah.
his country.
Yeah. You know, I don't get it. I don't get it. You know, we need to, African nations, you know, and I speak the same about Ghana as well. I mean, I don't think we have, and you know better than, you know, we do here, that we don't have it all together, you know. But I think that one of the things that God has blessed us with is maybe also our temperament as a people works in our favor, you know.
Yes.
Because we are very, very, what's the word? We are very long-suffering.
True.
You know, we accommodate and accept for a long time. And whilst we are accommodating and accepting, we are doing a lot of what we call jaw-jawing, you know, discussing the matter and
True.
talking about the issue.
No, but you see, we are lucky.
But we are not quick to throw the punch.
True. You see, we're not even quick to throw the punch, but we have to say we are lucky on the Anglophone side of things.
Yeah.
Because the Francophone side of things, especially Central Africa, it's a no-go area.
Yeah.
Well, and even our neighboring countries.
Yeah.
too.
And I mean,
Yeah.
look, even Nigeria, I mean, when the elections were about to happen, people were, they felt like there's a lot of tension
Yeah.
and all of that. But look, it's happened. Everything has gone quiet. Not everybody is necessarily happy, but
life
things
moves
are
on.
moving
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
You know, and I think that this is where we need to go, you know, as a country, and then figure out how do we, on the back end of the law, the back end of policy and institutions and all of that,
Fix things,
build
yeah.
a better,
Yeah.
you know, continent, build better nations as well.